for some reason, I have some very loose threading right here on the hem. But you know what? You can't see it. You can't see it. And when I'm walking, my skirt's swishing like the little octopus in Nemo. So when you swish my tentacles like this, you can't tell that one's shorter than the other. So when I swish my skirt like this, you can't see that the hemming isn't perfect. What's perfect anyways? There's no such thing as perfect. So for my birthday, I made the Hepburn top, part of Charm Patterns by Gertie. The Hepburn top, I'm wearing it right here. So you see, it did work out in the end. And then I also made the Stanwyck skirt, but I made it with the bib option. So let's begin, shall we? So here I am on the top. I'm cutting up the fabric pieces. I'm cutting out the pattern. On the bottom, which is completely blown up because white pattern on white background with white lighting, I am tracing out the pattern. And I prefer to trace out my patterns because my size changes all the time, so I want to make sure that I have a full size range at all times, so I can go back and always remake whatever I want. And this is also really good practice for actual vintage patterns, vintage sewing patterns, because you don't want to be cutting up vintage sewing patterns. You just want to trace the size out. So just get some tissue paper, throw it on top, get a pencil. Do I want it on the kitchen table? No. Does letting her do this stop her from jumping up on everything else I'm doing? Yes. I consider it a win. I'm just, on the bottom I'm just tracing out my pattern, and on the top I am fighting with the cat. Well, she's so proud of herself right now, isn't she? I know. No, let go. Let go. Sage? What I'm doing right here is I am, what am I doing right here? Yeah, stay stitch the top back neckline. And you just do that so that it doesn't stretch out and get all wibbly wobbly on you. I'd also like to apologize for the out of focus issues we're having here. We're just going to give it a little iron. This is an old IKEA curtain, and it had been sitting on my shelf for a while in my stash, and I didn't really bother to iron it. So also I'm not sure entirely how flat it's supposed to be, if it is supposed to be like a little bit wrinkly. And then here I am stay stitching the front neckline. It's very exciting. And then we're pinning. What am I pinning? I'm pinning the fronts together? I might be pinning the backs together. Yeah. Stay stitch the top neckline and then sew the backs together. More ironing. You do a lot of ironing when you're sewing. You think sewing is what you do when you're sewing, but ironing is a big part of it. Oh, I'm ironing my darts. I'm pinning something here. What am I pinning? Apparently I just liked getting a close-up shot of pinning shoulder seams. Oh, I'm pinning the shoulder seams, and now I'm sewing the shoulder seams. Oh. Starting on the pussy bow. Yeah. You know what's really good though? Transferring your markings. Just transfer your markings. Do yourself a favor and transfer your markings. This is where it starts to go off the rails a bit. I assembled the bow like I was supposed to. That part went fine. It was the fold bow in half lengthwise, right sides together. Yeah. I'm confused already. Fold bow in half lengthwise, right sides together, and pin. Did that beautifully. Stitch along the bow front short end to the front notch, leaving open from front notch to bow back short end. Like, looking at it now, I get it, but looking at it that day, it didn't make any sense. Yeah, wait for it. Here it comes. And the penny is dropping. Now. Yeah. We could play a drinking game with the number of times I took the seam ripper out. Okay. We have now learned we do it from this side. Yeah, we did learn that, didn't we? Ooh, a delivery. Amazon dude literally just dropped the package on the other side of the gate. Couldn't even bother to bring it 5 meters to the door. Way to go. Way to go, guys. Get back to it. Up the first time. It goes much faster. It does go much faster. You're right, past Katie. Trimming the bow ends. Oh, putting the collar together. This is the first blouse I've ever made. I made one other thing earlier this summer that had a collar. It was my first time doing a collar ever. Collars are strange. They're hard for me to figure out. I can't quite wrap my brain around it. This one was no exception. Again, should have transferred the marks. That would have probably made my life a little bit easier if I could actually have used markings to help me out.
Oh yeah, this part.
See, I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I sewed the back pieces together because the instructions are literally sew the bow in half, yada 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 yada.
Yep. We did it wrong. Ba-do-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. How much do I not want to unstitch all of this? So much.
Oh look, seam ripper.
Here we go.
So, pin bow to top neckline, right sides, matching notches and circles. We have already established that. I didn't transfer marks. Stitch, serge raw edges, press seam. So, but like, they didn't say how to stitch the edges, so I had to just go off the picture. And I didn't go off the picture the first time. I just thought I assumed I knew what I was supposed to do. Turns out I didn't. Why would I? I've never sewn a blouse before. Why would I know what to do?
Why am I like this?
That is a really good question.
Fuck it.
That is the right answer.
At least I noticed it now. And then I go and sew my accent.
That's what happened. While I was unstitching, I unstitched one of the sleeve seams, and I was like, oh, I'll just get back and fix that. And then I sewed over it and like blocked my access to it. So, little hand stitching, it's fine. But by this point in the day, I was just like, done.
Okay, that's the good side. This is the bad side. Welcome to the bad side. Woo, woo, woo.
So it took me a while to figure this part out. In the end, what I ended up doing was sewing the neckline pieces together at right angles, basically. And then sewing the collar in to the shirt that way, because I wasn't sure if it was supposed to go like one at a time. If I were, when I remake this, when I make a new one, because I will, it's a great blouse. When I make a new one, I think I'm going to do one side of the collar and then the other side of the collar. I think that's how it's supposed to go. I mean, looking at the picture.
Okay.
Easy.
So do I have to do one at a time?
Confused. It's also really helpful when you have fabric that looks different from the front to the back. This one honestly looks the same. I could very well be wearing multiple pieces inside out, for all I know. I ended up hand sewing that collar I made in the summer because I just couldn't figure out how I was supposed to sew it in by machine. So I just sewed it by hand. I was like, this is how I want it to look. I'm just gonna pin it and sew it so it looks like that when I'm done. I apparently decided that I didn't have a hard enough time with the blouse already, and I anticipated the circle skirt being straightforward, so I thought I would make cuffs for the blouse. I have stated already that I've never made a blouse before and do it, so I really wanted cuffs, so I found another pattern that had cuffs, and I'm tracing that pattern. Oh, look at me, I'm transferring marks. I keep scraps of interfacing around when they're large enough. because interfacing has the glue on it, so like I can just iron it down and snip to the size I need. There's no point in throwing out good interfacing bits. I'm not keeping like teeny tiny little scraps. I'm talking like chunks. Worthwhile chunks. Worthwhile chunks. Huh? Sleeves. The sleeve instructions are basically just right sides together along the underarm seam, matching notches. I believe I matched notches. I believe I put notches down. It's entirely, I probably didn't. And so, a needle pulling thread. Oh, I think I'm putting in the gathering stitches here. Yeah, gathering stitches so that I can gather and make a big poofy billowy sleeve. I like to do 2 rows of gathering strings. It just makes a neater gather. Also, if one breaks, you still have the other backup. Okay, so great. Pinning the sleeve. This actually took me like 3 tries to pin the sleeve because first I did it backwards, then I did it inside out, then I did something else. I think I did it inside out the wrong way like twice. In the end, I got it to work out, but the cuffs are on wrong. Like, first of all, they're sort of landing inside, and cuff buttons should land outside. Second, it should be the sleeve goes downwards, so I don't. This cuff should be on this hand and this cuff should be on this hand is what I'm saying. I have difficulty sewing straight lines. Here it comes. Yeah. Yeah. That is a thing of beauty. Oh, look. Seam ripper number 3. This went mostly well, except that I first pinned it in inside out, as you can see by my just having pulled it in. This is great. It's a bit like watching sports reels, right? To learn all your mistakes, that you don't repeat them in the next time. That's not gonna happen. Buttons. Making buttonholes. Buttonholes stress me out because you can't undo them. Oh, I like to put a pin at the end of my buttonhole so that my seam ripper has like a barricade and stops it from ripping through the rest of the garment. And I'm just, sewing a button. Stabbed myself a lot. Alright, button is on. We have moved on to the skirt. Well, these are the pockets. So I got this material, it was $3 a meter. It was in the upholstery section. And I liked it, so I bought it and I was like, this will make a really cute harvesty pinafore skirt thing for this. I know nothing, Jon Snow, and so turns out this is pretty stretchy fabric. on the bias anyways, like. So there was a lot of issues that occurred. Anyways, here I am sewing the pockets. Pockets are the first step apparently. Who knew? They're huge pockets, they're amazing. Now I am understitching the pocket. Beauty, lies flat, great. And now we start sewing the panels. Right away I messed up. I read assemble all skirt seams, pin the gourd circle skirt center front to skirt side fronts. My brain, oh look, seam rip number 4. I hadn't realized yet that I'd sewn the wrong pieces together. Here I just realized that they weren't lining up. Probably because I was sewing the wrong pieces together. At the end of the day, a circle skirt should be a circle, and more or less all the panel pieces are the same size. Yeah, this I think is maybe where I discovered that I had the wrong pieces sewn together.
I just spent the last 2 hours sewing this very wrong. Okay.
That was fun. Let's talk about sewing machine safety for a second. Don't do that. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It like nicked the corner of my finger.
When you stab yourself with a needle, it's time to call it a day.
Yes, it is. Call it a day. You should probably wear safety glasses, or at least a pair of glasses when you're sewing, because when that needle breaks, it just goes pain. So, safety glasses would not be unwise. Just sewing. Forever sewing. This is not a difficult pattern. They were gremlins. They were gremlins in the project. Part of it was me not transferring my mark and not reading things properly. Putting in the zipper. This is gonna go well.
Okay. Pin the zipper under the pressed seam. I don't have a zipper.
No, you don't.
Guess who's going out today?
You are.
Cool.
You're going out.
Cool. How did I not get a zipper?
This is why you read instructions.
Figure that out.
No, you can't use beige.
No. I mean, I could do.
zipper, but ugh. I don't know that this is the right length. No, I refuse to do a beige zipper. Good. Orange. Before sewing, make sure you have all the things you're going to need. Solid advice.
Maybe.
Past Katie.
Maybe that's a good idea. Supplies. 7-inch zipper.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay. Guess I'll be going to get those. Zipper.
Yay! Put in the zip and was the easiest thing Temporarily forgot how to use a zipper foot. I actually really enjoy doing a lap zipper. Oh, we moved on. Sewing the waistband was fine. It was great. Grading the seam allowances, clipping the corners, and then understitching the waistband. And now I'm attaching the skirt to the waistband. I'm having a hell of a time with this. I've made mistakes almost every step of the way. And now the waistband isn't fitting. The waistband's the right size, it fits me. The skirt has somehow expanded in diameter, in the waistline diameter, and it's like, there's an extra 10 centimeters, like an extra 5 inches. I don't, almost like I've added an extra panel, but I haven't. I'm so frustrated right now. So I think what I'm going to do, Got another drink?
is I'm going to eat something for dinner. Step 1.
Liquid lunch?
Step 2, I'm going to unstitch every gore. I'm going to unstitch every gore, and
That is what we did.
see what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should be fine. Because I checked my pattern pieces, I cut the right size. So there's no other way for me to do this. If I gather, it's going to look weird, and again, it's a thick material, so it's just going to like bunch up weird. If I add pleats, it's going to look weird. No matter what I do, it's going to look weird. Aside from taking it all apart and putting it all back together again. So that's what's going to happen now. Pardon me while I go scream. Circle skirt, center front. Okay. And here is that. is 12. Okay, that all lines up nicely. And 12. Okay, so yes, it has stretched a bit.
It stretched a bit on that one, and it stretched a bit on every other one.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to resize these.
So like adding a 1/2 inch everywhere made it just like it was swimming on me. And then I added quilting stabilizer along the waistline because I was most concerned about just keeping the waistline stable and stabilizer. What is happening in my mouth? In the future, I would definitely interface all the panels and stay stitch just to like really ensure that it stays. But at this point, I was just beyond myself, and so I just used the quilting stabilizer for the part that I was most concerned about. And if that meant that the rest of the skirt stretched out as well, then like whatever, it's a circle skirt. It's not a big deal. Sewing the waistband on again because it fit. And then the hem, and hemming a circle skirt takes forever.
I'm not being particularly careful because it's patterned and no one can see. Like I can't even see it, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Great, there it is. So I'm not gonna worry about being terribly accurate here.
Yeah, girl, don't worry about it.
I'd like this done because I'm mad at it.
Fair enough.
Well, I think we are out of bobbin thread.
If I could go back and tell past Katie, I would have said fill the bobbin before you start sewing because you're only going to get 1/4 of the hem done with the old thread, and then you might have avoided what comes next.
Wow. Bobbin tension was an issue, I see. It's like, it's barely sewn. Okay.
Here I am, having learned my lesson, literally interfacing everything. I interfaced it because I was done dealing with the stretch of this stuff. That's the back of the straps. Oh yeah, I somehow missed cutting out a piece. 2 pieces? I missed cutting out 2 pieces. Oh, because I had to cut out 4... There should have been 4 fronts. There should have been 4 front pieces and 4 back pieces, and I didn't do that. Constructing the ruffles. So the instructions were to cut out 2 and 2, so I chose instead to cut out the second piece out of lining material, which worked out just fine. Oh, and for my birthday, my awesome husband got me a new video camera, which is why the imaging on here is more in focus because it has an autofocus. So I don't have to worry about it quite so much. Also why some of my shots are a little bit fancier than they have been. notching. Notching and understitching. And yeah, there's my gathering threads. Just gonna look at that nice close-up shot of gathering threads. Ooh, gather, gather, gather. Dewy beloved. Oh yeah, today. Yes, gather queen. Great, did one, and then I did the other. And then we moved on to attaching them to the straps. No, that's, yeah, that's, there we go. Yes. Yeah. No, no, that's still wrong. No. Yeah, oh, good. Yes, we spotted that. Okay, excellent. Yep, ease it in there. Again, do a double stitch, do a double gather stitch of when you're ruffling something, because it just makes it tidier and easier. Good. Got it on the correct side. Got it between the correct notches. I assume, because I didn't mark anything. Moving on to the bib. Attaching bib front to bib back. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Salakadoola, michikaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi boo. A salakadoola means a michikaboola-roo. The thingamajig that does the thingamajig that does the job is bibbidi bobbidi boo. Oh, salakadoola, michikaboola, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi bobbidi, bibbidi bobbidi, bibbidi bobbidi boo. Now we're on to sewing up the straps. And to do that, you have to like burrito roll the ruffle into the strap and then sew it like it's a pizza pocket. Put little Google eyes on it. Snake. Definitely missed some of the ruffles there. Whoop. But I mean, that's all going to be underneath, so it doesn't matter. As long as I didn't miss anything up here, I'm good with it. It's good enough. Okay. Do a little iron. Do a little dance. Do a little love. Down that walk, down that walk. Oh my god. Yeah. Is there any way that this is going to work out? No. No. So I just realized that so there's one ruffle, right? Super cute. Very cute. And there's the other ruffle. It's like a pumpkin spice Dorothy. Also super cute. Okay, so this is what we do. This is what we do here. Welcome to my channel. If you ever feel bad about your sewing, just come and hang out with me for a bit, because I will make all the mistakes and make you feel better about everything that you do. It's a service I provide. So cute ruffles, right? Yeah, it's super cute. Okay, so here's the bib. Everything looking hunky-dunky. It's gonna be adorable. Oh, I can't wait. That's good. That's gonna go like that, I think, is how that's all gonna work out. I'm not actually entirely sure. No, you got it right.
I think it's a hand sewing situation
Okay.
that happens here. And then, you know, the same should happen over on this side, right? I should just be able to just,
Oh.
yeah. Yes, I put the opening on the wrong side.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Sure did. So, luckily it's not a huge deal. Like, it's not like I have to sew over the ruffles again and unstitch the whole thing. I literally just need to unstitch here, stitch down this side, and then everything is fine.
Small mercy.
But, like, of course I did. Of course
Of course.
I did that wrong.
I'm still laughing though, so this is good.
I have a headache.
Yeah. Tea. Oh, seam ripper number 8, 12, 24, 32. I don't. Doesn't matter.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes, let's demonstrate our. You know, I don't hide anything from you. It's fine. It's an inch difference. My shoulders are lopsided anyways. Watch those fingers. Ooh. There's a lot of layers there. Buttons! For those of you who don't know, this is a buttonhole foot. You put the button at the back and it measures and just does it for you, basically. I mean, you have to press the foot presser, but... And there she is. Look how nice those ruffles look. The back, they're perfectly matched up. You know, on the front, they're not bad either. Birthday face. choices.
Oh yeah.
Is there another baguette in there?
Yes, I didn't read the instructions all the way through. I didn't transfer my marks. But where am I going with all of this? Where I'm going with this is that subscribe. I have some other projects coming up. Stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, hit the bell button so that you're notified. I still don't have a drop schedule yet. And I would hate for you to miss out on more of this. Leave a comment if you have an opinion about Apothic red wine. Don't leave a comment because I like it and I don't need to hear your negativity. Mwah! Bye!
Happy birthday to you.